Hey guys, Pontic here, and going to be bringing you part 2, or yes, round 2, of the battle between me and the Armenian king. So, this time I had pick, and I had chose Tilis, and he chose Galatia. So, yeah, I'll quickly go over, well, I guess you can see. I'll just go over mine first. 6 tribal warriors, 3 of these, what are they called? They're the best spears Tilis can get. I can't remember the name of them. Spear warriors, there we go. So 3 spear warriors, I got 2 Levy Freemen in the front, and then I have 2 Oathsworn and 3 Celtic warriors with 1 Chevron upgrade. It looks, I can't remember. And then 3 of these raiding horsemen, which he himself has 3 Galatian riders, and then 5 Galatian legionnaires. 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Galatian legionnaires, and then 4 swords, Galatian swords, with a mercenary Syrian archer, a noble horse, 2 mercenary Cappadocian cavalry, and then 1 Levy Freeman. So yeah, those are the army compositions. And once again, just like our previous battle, we both have missile units, and we're going to be mainly focusing on that before we do anything with our infantry. And, you know, I would have thought raiding horsemen were better, but I don't know. Once again, I mean, my use of them was probably not great. As you know, I was debating. You see, I have all three of them firing onto this one unit, and I'm not sure what he's doing. If he's doing 1-on-1, for instance, using this one to attack this one to attack this one, and this one to attack that one, or if he was telling all 3 of them to attack 1 unit of mine. But I don't know, it just didn't seem to be working great for me. You notice already with that volley, he's able to take out 3 of my guys, right? And with all the volleys I got off, I didn't kill a single one of his. So that was a bit frustrating, not being able to use these guys effectively. Especially with 45 armor, I would have thought they did a lot better. But I was just not getting any kills on these Galatian riders, and I wasn't sure why. Still not really. I mean, the health's the same, but I have better armor. And I was doing all 3 of my guys engaged onto 1 of his. But maybe that was the problem. Anyways, so I mean, you see, I got a little frustrated. That's why I actually pulled back quite a bit. Just get away from him and try to, rethink things. But he's going to pursue, so I'm going to try again. You notice I have all 3 of mine attacking 1 of his. So try this again. And again, even when I get the volley off, you notice their back is to me. And yet he still gets more kills shooting into my front. Then again, I guess rewatching this, you see some of them do fall short. So, I don't know. And this is going to go on for a little bit. Notice I'm going to... Man, another volley there, quite a bit. I'm actually going to charge into these Levy Freemen. Not great at all. I would have thought I would have been able to get a lot more kills off them, but they actually do a lot more damage to me than I do to them, I would think. Not even, maybe 12 guys there versus almost 20 on mine. And now I'm starting to move forward more aggressively, try to push them back. A couple of times I do give attack orders for like melee orders, because looking at their stats, they have pretty good stats for, a javelin cavalry. But these actually, Galatian raiders actually might be better with their attack. Yeah, 42 attack and 40 damage. It's crazy. And yeah, only 34 weapon damage and 36 attack for my guys. And their melee defense is 56, and what are these? 36. So they lack in armor, but in every other way, they're basically better units. Which, I don't know, I guess I never really looked at the stats. I kind of just assumed the raiding horseman was better, which is my mistake for assuming that. But yeah, see, he's starting to move across the field. I do have my 2 Levy Freemen I bring up to try to support, but you can see he's already moving across. So in a second, I'll start repositioning my guys. See, I do have attack orders now for them to chase them down. I'm going to give it 1 by 1 and start chasing them. And they're going to be going all the way to the other side of the field. Or, I guess, yeah, it's still a field. Anyways, let me talk a little bit while this is going on. It's still going to go on for a little bit. So, infantry. I have 6 of these tribal warriors, which are able to beat Galatian legionnaires if you have shield wall on and you get the charge. From what I understand. See, they have 26 charge. What do these guys have? 28. So these do have a little bit better charge. But I'm almost positive Okay, I'm not positive. But from what I hear, I haven't really tested out too much myself. But tribal warriors, if they get the charge and they go into shield wall, they should be able to outlast the legionnaires. And I believe, supposedly, they can even outlast Evocati cohort. Haven't tested out myself, but that's what I hear. So that's kind of what I was relying on. I was hoping my tribal warriors would be able to outlast his legionnaires at least, which he has 6 and I have 6, so that would be the matchup. And then I'm not sure about these Galatian swords, really how good their stats are. They seem to be about even with the Celtic warriors. Maybe a little bit less. No, maybe a little bit more. They have better charge bonus. Yeah, I mean, they're about the same. So, on this side, I have 3 Celtic warriors, though, to match up against his 2 Galatian swords, so I was feeling confident there. And then, of course, 2 Oathsworn versus his 2 Galatian swords on this side, feeling super confident there. And then I got these 3 Galatian swords, or spear warriors, I'd say. Getting everything all mixed up now. Notice real quickly, I am able to start to catch them some of these places, but that's when I'm going to start losing the melee fight. Anyway, so these spear warriors, I was pretty confident just to help ward off his cavalry. As long as I left him in the back, that should be good. 2 Levy Freemen just to use wherever. I do make a mistake up here. You'll notice he keeps his Levy Freemen here, so I'm going to move forward slowly. When he charges in, I'm actually going to drop my spear warriors back and just leave them for my heavy infantry to deal with. But I expend all my javelins. Not all of them, but a good deal, and I shouldn't have done that. You'll notice they're all throwing their javelins in, and I mean, this Levy Freeman, of course, is not going to last, but it's kind of a waste. Anyways, you notice his guys are quite spread out. He was able to take out my last raiding horseman, so that's all my cavalry is gone now. And he still has these 3 units plus his other 3 good cavalry in the back. But now he's starting to move forward, getting ready for the engagement, and he does have an archer. I don't have any missiles, so I wasn't going to let him just sit there and fire me, so I'm going to start charging forward. I do have my Levy Freeman back on the front. I'm going to try to disrupt his charge. Now, I start to give charge orders all around, and I'm going to quickly go into slow motion. Just, you can see he's able to get his cavalry, his Cappadocian on this side, and his Cappadocian cavalry into my Oathsworn right here. They do get clipped onto my tribal warriors. That kind of disrupts things. I guess there's no point for slow motion. They would nicely get some javelins into the back of those guys. But, yeah, he got his noble horse right into my tribal warriors, which maybe not a ton of kills, but definitely kind of messed me up. And you see he's able to actually start to mess up some of my Celtic warriors and do quite a bit of damage on that end. And then as I start to pull back with these Oathsworn, he's going to get rear charge into the back of those. And at this point, I'm getting quite frustrated because my Levy Freemen are up here to die. My Celtic warriors, basically 2 of them, and then this took out a good deal. So I lost 2 units and almost nearing half of this unit. And then just these guys are getting messed up in the back, and I mean, things are just not going good. I was trying to reform a little bit, but I mean, he totally just disrupted everything that I had planned. I was gonna throw my Levy Freeman, mess up his charge, and then charge my guys in behind, but no, that did not happen at all. So this my Oathsworn gets caught, and you see it's already lost 20 men and 11 kills, so it's definitely not paying for itself at all. And so I started to charge my other Oathsworn in just to help out against these with, I believe, Galatian swords and the Cappadocian cavalry. He's going to pull out and just charge in again at this cavalry. So I'm going to try to bring my spears. You notice I'm trying to make a wall over here, and then I'm going to get my main line of tribal warriors and make a defensive line over here, try to trap these guys in, and then I got this Celtic warrior for right here. So I got my spear warriors. I'm trying to line up. I throw on cavalry, counter cavalry tactics. Yeah, that's what it's called. But he does pull back, which is smart on his smart on him. So it's kind of a waste to use the cavalry counter tactics, but I'm still going to pull him over. I'm trying to reform my Oathsworn now. He's charging into my tribal warriors, which is just messing them up. And I do keep that 1 unit engaged, but I'm trying to move the rest of my units up so he doesn't just swarm me and surround me with infantry, because I don't want him to all get engaged and then he just starts coming around from all sides. He does send some legionnaires in for help. I'm starting to bring my Oathsworn around, try to trap his cavalry in or just get these units. I'm starting to try to reform my line over here, keep a defensive line. Still got my spears in the back to guard against his cavalry. Notice he's going to keep charging in with his noble horse over here, and he has more infantry surrounding me. And I'm just getting super, super frustrated. So mad. It is just, I was totally at loss. I mean, he totally disrupted my plan, which is great on him. He has great strategy. See, he's completely picked apart my guys. He's surrounded me. He's continuing with these charges, which is just aggravating because I'm not able to do much against them. I brace, but it's still a pretty good cavalry unit. I do have these spears here for support. You see the archer firing in, getting quite a few kills already, 51. I do have these tribal warriors, which I was going to use to try to, so I was going to spread them thin, try to block off his supportment, because I do bring these tribal warriors around into the back, and I got these tribal warriors into the back of his guys over here. So I believe I would end up winning this. I have these tribal warriors pushing those guys back, but he has this noble horse coming in for support. These Oathsworn will start to turn around in a second. I used it on my general. I start to drop abilities to try to help him out. These spears are caught from these glacial swords and are losing that fight. But I do have more spears over here. I'm going to start bringing in to support against these cavalry and just to hard to hold his infantry. And yeah, at this point, you see he's starting to bring in his leftover Galatian raiders into the back of my guys. But I do have a lot of free units now, so I'm going to start bringing these guys out and for support over here. And yeah, there's a lot going on now. So tribal warriors here are losing, and yeah, I don't really get to do shield wall on any of them to test my theory of if they can hold out against Galatian legionnaires. Here, you know, for instance, it's not going to matter since there's two of them, but I do get one of these tribal warriors into the back, try to help that out. I still got my two Oathsworns now over here, plus a tribal warrior, and they'll start to do very good over here. This spear actually starts to win out against the Galatian sword, so that will help free that up. And now I have more. I have two tribal units, which I'm going to bring around here. I do have attack orders, I believe, yeah, on that Syrian archer to try to chase them away. I got this extra tribal warrior here, and I got my not Oathsworn, another tribal warrior I'm going to bring around. And he still has his two cavalry units, but they'll do quite a bit of damage, but not enough. And then I got more tribal units. This one was able to start holding out. I'm trying to think. I did engage shield wall, and they'll hold out for a little bit. And I got that other one off into the back over here. This spear unit finally frees up, so I'm going to use him just to chase off the cavalry. And over here you see he's starting to wave with these legionnaires, and there's one legionnaire over here, but it's not going to be able to do much against a tribal warrior and Oathsworn. And once this one frees up, I'll bring it over for support. Once again, these tribal warriors were able to chase off his archers quite a bit, but I mean, it's kind of a foolhardy thing, so I'm going to bring them back into the back of these legionnaires over here for flanking charges. And once again, I have him pinned from the front, and I'm bringing these spear warriors around just to chase the cav off, and I'm bringing these tribal warriors around into the back of those legionnaires. Now that this whole little flank is cleared up, I'm bringing this tribal warrior around. Notice that I'm bringing support more infantry now, and at this point I was kind of like just like in shock, because what started off really badly is starting to maybe go my way. He still has cavalry on the field, he still has his archers, which can do quite a bit of damage, but I'm actually starting to feel kind of confident at this point. I was frustrated at the beginning, and then I was almost ready to give up because of how much he had messed up my initial charges and everything. But you can see perseverance definitely pays off, because now a lot of his units are starting to break. I'm able to get double teams over here, see, into the flank here. This unit in the middle finally broke, and this one's about to break. You can see his cavalry is about to break with only 9 men left, so I'm able to triple team them here. I got more triple teaming going on over here. This last legionary, one of the last legionary units, I should say, not the last, because he has 4 of them left, 3 left. This is a sword, and they're being cut down by these tribal warriors. Finally get my other tribal warrior into the back of these legionnaires, and now they're surrounded and cut off, and I'm just going to send this spear unit after his archers, which have gotten a ridiculous amount of kills, 134, 135 now, and I'm just going to chase them away so they can stop firing. And I got his units completely surrounded now. His cavalry's down to 6 and is not going to be able to do anything at all, and one by one they're going to start to break. First here, so I'll bring this guy around for support, and pretty soon this one's going to break, followed by that unit, and now his last 2 units are starting to waver, and they're going to break, and that will be the aim of the end of game 2, as you can see. So yeah, good game to Armenian King. See, definitely at the end, once he lost his general, had a lot of morale problems, and I was able to get around his flanks, which really messed up the morale. But yeah, you can see he got 1,400 kills. I got almost 300, so about 1,200 kills. So I did have more, people deployed. He was able to get more kills, but I was still able to come out with the victory. Very close game. And it just started off really badly for myself, but somehow I was able to turn around. I guess I must have been these tribal warriors are pretty awesome. You see these Oathsworn kills, 227 there. And once again, I just want to look at, these Glacian Raiders had quite a number of kills for their price, and see compared to my Raiding Horseman, not very many kills at all. So definitely did good with his missile control, I guess. And these archers not losing a single man, got 135 kills. That's great on them. So that will be the end of game 2. Good game to my opponent, and stay tuned for the final round.